In my pursuit to make better videos on my channel, I picked up this auto dolly. Effectively just a little motorized dolly. You set your camera on there and it'll just move along for recording moving shots. Close-ups of course, and you can see you just stick your camera on the top of there and it'll just kind of move around the table basically. So I'm going to give it a test and I'll see what happens, guys. Price wise it was actually pretty good. I paid £50 for this. And I've seen these on Amazon for basically £100. Simply the same product, but just with a different brand name on there. And if you look at them, you'll see basically loads of these on Amazon. Basically exactly the same product, no difference whatsoever. Colouring exactly the same, simply just has a different model name on there, or different brand name. But it's basically the same product. So if you're looking to get one of these sort of products, this sort of auto dolly, then I would say go to AliExpress, guys, because you're going to basically save half price. It took 10 days to arrive. Normally when I buy things from AliExpress, it's 10 to 14 days. And I do pick up a bunch of things from AliExpress because it's just so much cheaper. I sometimes look on Amazon and then cross-reference it against AliExpress, and I can save a lot of money. So it's worth it, you know. Obviously not next day delivery, but when you can save £50 on something, it's kind of worth it. Here we go. There is the instruction manual. Should be pretty simple. And let's take a look. Okay, there's a Allen key and what looks like, yeah, a spare rubber wheel. So that'd be a charging cable. Remote control. The device itself, and just the adapter for screwing into the top. That's kind of cool. You can see you've got the two different types of camera adapters, so you can, you do have options there, which is kind of good. Actually, that works quite well because depending on what you're going to be connecting this to, you can screw it in either that way, or that way. So very handy. So that's cool. Let's get the box out of the way. Let's try it out, guys. That is a metal body. I believe it is. No, that's plastic. Obviously metal threaded there. These arms, that's metal though. That's metal, that's metal. Wheels are metal. But it does feel tough and it's got a bit of heft to it. So these wheels here, they are free moving. But this is motorized. And it only works when you turn it on. There is USB for charging, on off, and you have some controls on here. So it says speed and that looks like direction. Same as replicated on the little wireless controller here. So I think I need to, yeah, it's a little tab to remove. And just put that back in there. Yep, see, it's working. Let's try it out. At the end of the video, I'm just going to do some test shots on my table here, and I'll just do some filming. I'm going to actually mount my mobile phone to this and do some tests. But for now, let's just see how this works. So you can set the angles, which is kind of neat, and you can see it's going to move in that direction. And you've got those little the little gauge on there, so you can get the right angle on both sides, because obviously that's what it's about. You need to match it so you can get the different type of shots to spin around or to pan in different ways. And it moves quite smoothly there, at least. Let's turn it on and find out what it's like. Okay, so let's turn it on there. Okay, got some lights. Let's just set it down and see what happens. So we'll perpetually move in that direction. It's very smooth. And that looks like speed. So that's the slowest speed, middle and fastest. Let's just pause it. You can do the same thing here, it looks like, yeah. So you can change the speed there and you can get it to work there as well. but to stop it you will need the controller there. So let's just whack it in that direction, see what happens. So of course you can put the camera at any angle really. You can put it forward or back, depending on what sort of shot you're trying to maintain. Just caught on the mat there. Let's pause that, see how tight we can make it. It's going to have a nice tight turning circle, or a wide one. So let me just lift it up. You can hear with the motor going, so be aware of that. But the movement is very smooth, which I'm sure you can see here as well. And looks very steady as well, because it's got a nice bit of heft to it. And incredibly easy to use. Okay, yeah, I made a mistake. You can't do that. It's always going to be, the angle has to be from either straight on or an angle like that. And of course, depending on the shot you want, you just basically face your camera that way or that way. In fact, if you had a mobile phone, or even maybe a larger camera as well, you could maybe stick the camera in those directions as well. So you could have it, lots of different types of shots, rotating in to whatever you want. I think that's really good. I think what would be really interesting actually is if you had a product in the middle, and you could just basically have a 3D rotation around it, which I think is going to be really cool as well. Okay, well there you go. What I'm going to do now is I'm just going to do some random shots. I'm just going to play around with it a bit and show you some of my results.